Army. The plan of the commander of the Fifth Army of the United States, General Clark, provided for an attack on the left flank of a 30-kilometer front by the British 10th Corps, the 5th and 56th British Divisions. On January 17, the Corps was to cross the Garigliano River near the coast. The British 46th Infantry Division was to cross the Garigliano downstream from where the river flows out of the Liri Valley. The objective was to support the main blow delivered by the 2nd Corps of the United States to the right of the division. The main attack by the 2nd Corps was planned for January 20. The first strike was to be delivered by the 36th Texas Infantry Division of the U.S. It was to cross the Rapido River 8 kilometers downstream from Cassino and attack enemy positions. At the same time, the French Expeditionary Corps under General Alphonse Juin was to continue its advance on Monte Cassino, an important defensive element in the Gustav Line and Hitler Line. There is an opinion that, in fact, Clark had little faith in the possibility of a quick breakthrough. However, he felt that the attacks launched would draw German reserves from the area of Rome until January 22, when the 6th Corps of the United States, the 1st British Division and the 3rd U.S. Division, would land in Anzio. Hopes were pinned on the landing in Anzio, with its element of surprise and rapid advance inland towards the Alban Hills, dominating highways 6 and 7, threatening the rear of the defenders of the Gustav Line and their supply lines. The Allied command hoped that this would disrupt the Nazis' plans and force them to retreat to positions north of Rome. However, the Allies' intelligence did not understand that the entire German strategy of slow retreat had a single goal: to buy time to prepare fortifications on the Gustav Line, which German troops intended to hold with all their might. Therefore, in this regard, the intelligence assessment proved to be overly optimistic. The Fifth Army reached the Gustav Line on January 15, having advanced only 11 kilometers in 6 weeks of heavy fighting. The German defensive Bernhard Line was breached, resulting in the loss of 16,000 soldiers from the attacking Allied forces. After 3 months of battles north of Naples, the troops were exhausted, lacking time for rest, reorganization, and preparation for a new offensive. However, due to the planned landing at Anzio at the end of January, the resources for the landing were available only until the beginning of February. The coordinated offensive was to begin a few days earlier.